Welcome to another interview presented by Wrestling Forums. I'm Jackson Bass here with state finalist, Big 8 champ, Stone Phillips. How you doing today, Stone?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So the thing I ask all my guests, what got you into wrestling?
Honestly, my whole family wrestled. My brother, my dad went to Vestavia. So that's how I got into that family.
Oh, okay. So did you have any older siblings? You the oldest?
I do have an older sibling, my brother and a sister.
Did your brother wrestle at Vestavia by chance?
He did. No, he wrestled at Chelsea.
You wrestled at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is right. You are from the Chelsea area. So kind of give us a quick little background. You kind of came out of nowhere. So where have you been hiding? It's a real question.
I've been hiding in Chelsea. I've been training at this. I used to train at this club, and I moved to Ironclad, and Ironclad's really helped me through everything. Ricky especially.
Okay. So you most of your stories kind of written in youth. You wrestled quite a bit. You took out a lot of the big names before people knew that you were taking out these big names. Like I know you used to toe the line against people like Bradley Williams, Kyle Levines, and you're beating them in youth, and then they got to go to they get to go wrestle in high school because they actually had a high school to go to. I know you kind of were in the private school area for quite some time. So kind of tell us a little bit about your youth background.
So I always trained. I mean, I started when I was a lot younger. It was a fun, rough training. Training's, you gotta want it to be fun, but there's always a period you're like, man, I want to quit. And you're in that losing phase. You got to get through that losing phase, so it's fun on the end.
Of course, I don't know. A lot of people didn't know who you were, but I put you at the number 5 slot in my preseason poll last year. You got kind of mad at me. And I'm like, dude, you haven't wrestled anybody, so you can't get that mad. But all jokes aside, you kind of shot out of nowhere at 106. You ended up you were the number 1 until Thomas Gear came down. That's a tough room to be in. I know plenty of people who have been in that Rebel wrestling room, and they say that Coach Adams is a really, really tough coach. So what kind of how were you able to let yourself wrestle to your full potential as a 7th grader and not have, maybe a senior kind of hold you back?
Man, it was awesome. I had Davis there every day trying to push me. I had Coach Adams always on me, which I really appreciate that. He helped me get my weight down. It was just a great atmosphere. He helped me through like my cut. Really nice guy. He's helped me a lot.
So, so what were some of the things that I know you wrestled with Ironclad, you wrestled with Coach Ricky Korn, Coach Jake Elkins, all of the Elkins brothers, also, help out there, tons of numerous coaches. So what did Coach Adams really get to teach you this year?
Man, he taught me a great Granby system. I'm sure a lot of people know that Vestavia has a good Granby system, but he also taught me you got to be tough. If you want to make it through the high school season, you got to have some grit in you. And those practices definitely made you have some grit.
So, I know that's a tough room. You have to push those injuries. I know that if you're hurt, somewhere, you're probably not hurt somewhere else. So he's going to make you work. I said, do you have any way you want to attest that statement?
I think that's 100% true. He's a tough coach. He definitely will help you. He helped me so much when I had an injured arm. He helped me get through that. He gave me some great advice. He gave me, everything I needed.
Well, of course, you kind of, like I said, you shot out of the water. You're in 7th grade, right? At Pizzette's?
8th.
You're in 8th grade. So as an 8th grader, you make the state finals. That's, pretty not so heard of when you're in the 7A realm. What kind of gave you the confidence to know that you're supposed to be there?
Honestly, Coach Ricky, he's helped me a lot. I couldn't have done it without him. I couldn't have done it without Davis, Corey, Brody, all them elite guys that I train with every day. And of course, there's those warrior guys that help like encourage me sometimes, like Bradley Williams. He's awesome. He made it to the state finals in 7th.
Mhm.
He was there.
So, how did Coach Ricky Korn kind of help you get your mind right for the postseason?
So, back when COVID hit, he came to my house and we trained for hours on end. We'd be up till midnight. But he was always reminding me deep in my weight cut that I was meant to be here. I was supposed to be where I am. Everyone encouraged me because you don't get to see that atmosphere in Ironclad.
And of course, everybody got to see it. You got the invite to the Big 8, and you capitalized on that invite. You won the 100-pound weight. Is that right?
110.
110-pound weight.
Yes, sir.
You looked stellar out there. So kind of talk to us through that tournament. What was that tournament like?
That was honestly a really tough tournament. Right off the bat, I had a 6-time All-American. I forgot from where, but like he placed 4 times at Tulsa. It was just back-to-back hammers. All those guys could go really far in college and in high school. I would love to follow them throughout the process.
So, that's kind of a big stage. You guys it was the Bono Built. So, of course, headed up over in Madison, Wisconsin with Coach Chris Bono, Coach Seth Gross, and John. Is it Heater?
I don't know.
Oh, gosh. I feel really bad because I tagged him. But I know exactly who he is. I know exactly what he looks like. So if he ever gets to watch this, drop a like. But no, that's kind of a big stage to compete on.
It was a really big stage, but I feel like the more national tournaments you go to, it's going to help you. Because when I went to high school states, I was really nervous going through. As you probably saw, I was always nervous. But I feel like Super 32, all these other tournaments I went to just really helped me feel like I was I was meant to be. It helped me not be as nervous because there was only 2 mats and there wasn't a lot of people there. So that definitely helped.
And you won a really tight one in the finals. So, how did it feel?
Honestly, I was really excited that I won that. That kid's really tough. He beat a Tulsa champ. I'm pretty sure the round before. I knew he was going to be tough. I knew what he had. I've been watching him all day. But he was a tough opponent.
So, of course, what's next for Stone Phillips?
For Fargo, I am going to Fargo Super 32 high school states again.
Wow, you gotta run through this cycle. You only got 4 more years.
Yep.
Well, Stone, I don't want to hold you for too long because I know that there is a very, very big chance that I will be interviewing you again once, in 4 years when you become a world gold medalist in freestyle and you win the Olympics at 12 years old. And no, but of course, thank you so much for doing this quick little interview with me, man.
Thank you for interviewing me.
Of course. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay cool up in wrestling.